And a pleasant good Wednesday evening, everyone. Happy hump day, if you will. Welcome back to the Bilskie channel, and welcome back to more of some Phillies baseball as we're getting set for Game 2 of this three-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. The Phils off of a loss last night. Just couldn't get anything on track. In fact, it was the starter Aaron Nola who also did not get the decision, who came up with an RBI double, knocking in one of the runs. He actually got 2 hits yesterday, but the Phillies bats just could not really do anything major with the baseball as far as offensively. Whatever they were hitting, it was going to where the Marlins were, and not necessarily where they weren't. Of course, it was the opposite. I was hitting it, and it was going exactly where they were. It happens, and hopefully that is not the case tonight. Hopefully it will be the opposite effect, as tonight you see the pitching matchup there is Wheels himself, Zach Wheeler, goes to the hill, looking for win number 11, as he will be opposed by Sandy Alcantara. Should be a pretty good matchup here, as we're once again getting set for Game 2 of this three-game series, this midweek three-game series, as we're going to get right to it. And we're going to do plain road jerseys, yes, the regular pinstripes. Beautiful Citizens Bank Park. Actually, today was partly cloudy. I wonder if there's partly cloudy. Yeah, we'll go. Actually, it was pretty much cloudy all day around here today, so we'll go with partly cloudy, I guess. Zach Wheeler on the hill. And there's your lineup. As you can see, as I mentioned yesterday on the page, bit of a change in the lineup. Shuffled things around just a little bit. Because of the way that Mean Gene has been hitting the ball, I moved him down in the lineup, in the lower third of the lineup, just to give JT a chance to get some more looks. So I've just decided to change the lineup around a little bit. So we got Andrew McCutchen leading off in left field, JT Realmuto, the catcher, batting second today. Bryce Harper, the right fielder, batting third. The big fella, Rhys Hoskins, the first baseman, batting fourth. Mean Gene. Gene Segura at the third base spot, at the hot corner, if you will, batting fifth today. Didi Gregorius, the shortstop. Sir Didi batting sixth today. Roman Quinn, our center fielder, batting seventh. Back in the lineup, Scott Kingery looking to get that snowflake off the screen, maybe heat up a little bit, maybe get some timely hits. He'll be batting eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Zach Wheeler. As you take a look at the matchup there, the first place Phils looking to once again widen the gap between their closest competition, which just happens to be the Marlins. And there you take a look at the starting nine. It's McCutchen, Realmuto, Harper, Hoskins, Segura, Gregorius, Quinn, Kingery, and Wheeler. Yes, that is your starting line. There is your starting pitching matchup. We take you to Wednesday Night Baseball. Enjoy the game, everybody.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies baseball starts right now. Zach Wheeler will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Settling in now, Jonathan Villar. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
At the plate, Miguel Rojas. His career line against Wheeler. He's got 8 hits in 27 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. First pitch on its way.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
Bases are empty, one man out. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Looked to be a pitch that caught a lot of the plate right there, so that might be a little indication of the strike zone we can expect the rest of the way.
One out, nobody on. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Center fielder on the run, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And there are 2 gone now. In now, Corey Dickerson. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And the pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here, 0-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Miami down in order. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. Sandy Alcantara is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around and pitch better in this one here today.
Stepping in, Andrew McCutchen having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the NL batting chase.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
Here's the first pitch to him. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, coming off last night's W, we had a chance to catch up with the manager. He just liked the way guys are playing. They're showing up to the yard.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! It's a solo shot off the bat of Andrew McCutchen, number 22 on the year, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
At the plate, JT Realmuto. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He comes in with 16 home runs on the season so far. The 1-0 pitch on the way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
Hey, I love that pitch right there. Better execution after just giving up an extra base hit.
The count now at 2-1. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. JT Realmuto with a solo shot. Number 17 for him on the season as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
Boy, and also right up among the leaders in home runs and RBIs. This guy's having an epic season, and he has an outside shot to win the Triple Crown.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there and records the first out.
Batting for the first baseman, Huskins.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Bryce Huskins. He enters this one second in the National League round trip category.
This guy's right in the prime of his career right now. The power bat speaks for itself. One of the more dangerous hitters in the game of baseball.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Segura.
Stepping up to the plate, Gene Segura. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
This guy can do just about everything when he's in the lineup. In the top 5 in the league in runs scored, and he's a big part of this offense. So there's more to this guy than just swinging the bat. He can get on base too.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Alcantara has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In the air out to straightaway left. Dickerson is under this one, and that will retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. It's the Phillies 2 and the Marlins 0. Leading off the inning, Garrett Cooper, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1-0 pitch on the way. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Kingery's there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Didi Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they call him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Didi Gregorius' time. Hits from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
Into the box, Brian Anderson. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. Hit on the ground out to short. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
In now, Harold Ramirez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Ramirez is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation. That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Woo-wee! That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher. And he struck him out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
Into the box now, Isan Diaz, and it's fouled away. Anderson at second, Ramirez on at first with 2 down. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. And Segura will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair. They're down 2-0. Here's Didi Gregorius, and as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season, no doubt about that.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch on its way.
Count 1-0.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he just isn't that sharp on the mound right now. Had a rough start in the first inning, and now he's falling behind out of the gate here in the second. Some adjustments need to be made, and fast.
Phillies shortstop in front in the count, 3-1.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
Fouled away. That's fouled off to the left side as he makes him do it again. 3-2. Weak grounder down the first baseline. And the leadoff man in the inning will get the job done here. It's an infield single.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. Soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it down the first base line. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
Stepping in, Roman Quinn. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. First pitch of the at-bat, and he gets ahead 0-1.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Nobody out, runner on first. Hit hard back up the middle to second for 1, on to first, and they get the double play.
We don't get to see the glove tossing up, but boy, it can really help save some time, and it looks good to boot. That's smooth.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Scott Kingery. First pitch on its way. Inside with the sinker, and that'll keep him honest at the plate.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Now he starts to chase a pitch outside, and he can't pull the bat back in time. It's strike 1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
And I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
The 1-2. Fouled off. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. 2 out, nobody on. Now a slider well off the plate, an easy take there. And he fouls this one off. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday night baseball after this. Striding into the box, Sandy Alcantara, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped up. Huskins in foul ground, looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Striding in, Jonathan Villar, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping into the box, Miguel Rojas. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Outside, that's ball.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. And there's ball 2 now. And it's fouled away.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here. Middle of the order guy is coming up. Let's see if he can extend the inning.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
On he pops it up. Kingery over to his left, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail things here 2-0.
We're back now as the Phillies prepare for their at-bats here in the 3rd inning. And this lineup has been terrific for this club all year. And with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage in the league, it's probably safe to say they are an absolute force with the bat in their hands. As one coach put it, we're extremely fortunate. Fortunate to have incredible talent and fortunate to have incredible work ethic. Our guys really are always trying to improve their game, and you see that in the numbers they're putting up. Back to you, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Zach Wheeler is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0 home. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. So 1 gone in the inning as we take a look at what's on tap for the Fightin' Phils over the course of the next 7 days. And we, of course, will have all the action for you right here on the show. So it's back to the top of the order now. And that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
And the pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now that the catcher, JT Realmuto.
So next to the plate for the Phils, JT Realmuto, and he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. Pitch on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Not a real good pitch there, 0-2. Probably not what he was trying to do with that fastball. He was trying to miss probably up and away, and he threw that one down into the dirt on an 0-2 pitch. Very rarely are you going to get hitters to chase an 0-2 fastball that's down in the dirt.
2-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Ready now, Corey Dickerson. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And Dickerson behind 0-2 now.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Too high. Ball 3.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out. So after the line out on the fastball, might be a pretty good time to check out the pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And boy, which of those two numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness. Into the box now, Garrett Cooper. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
1-1 now, the count of the Marlins first baseman. Strike taken up in the zone.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Under it, Gregorius, and that's out number 2.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Digging in for his second at bat, Brian Anderson. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Two out, nobody on. 1-2 now.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Miami down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Here's Bryce Harper now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The 1-0.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
Three and 0 now.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like he has here in the 4th. Makes you start wondering what's going on.
The 3-0 pitch. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Number 17, 3, Huskins.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Lined hard toward right center. Ramirez moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number one.
Third baseman number 2.
Into the box now, Gene Segura. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball off the plate away for ball one.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
2-0 now.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Line drive to center field. VR is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, Gregorius.
2 are gone in the Philly fourth, and that'll bring up Didi Gregorius. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
The 1-0 home.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
3-0 pitch. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Didi swings and belts a ball to right field. This is carrying well. A leap, but it's off his glove. But that'll be off the right field wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
And with that double, he's 2 for 2 and halfway to the cycle. Gave it a good ride, and that's the second time he's barreled up the ball. So he's seeing the ball really well. See if his teammates can pick him up and bring him home now.
So now to the plate, Roman Quinn. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And this one is gone. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. We better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
And in steps Scott Kingery, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Wow, I'm not sure how, but it looks like he didn't even touch this thing. Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast, but you have to do one thing at a time.
Runner at first following the error. And next will be the pitcher, Zach Wheeler. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard to the right. foul. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
The 0-2 delivery.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone cold take.
3 runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. Another good inning here for the Phillies, and the brotherly love is in abundance now. The three of us return with more Wednesday night baseball after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Standing in, Harold Ramirez. He singled his last time up.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
He's in complete command of his two-seamer right now. It's got great movement, great depth, running all over the place. This offense is going to have a tough time.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. Here's the first pitch to him. Jorge Alfaro comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Popped up. And he'll put this away for the 2nd out. So striding forward now, Isan Diaz. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Reined in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Andrew McCutchen. First offering on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. Smoke toward the hole. And that is through into right field for a single. So he continues to hit the ball well. His 2nd hit of the ball game, and he's aboard on the leadoff single as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see there, he's sitting in 2nd place in the National League in that department. Now the Marlins skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Sixto Sanchez takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. JT Realmuto will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. He's set. Here it comes. Running now is McCutchen. He swings and misses. Throw down. And they will not get McCutchen here. He's in safely at second base.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
0-1 count and the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Dickerson's there. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. A fly out and a single for him so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sanchez, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Five runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
And this one gets away. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. From the stretch. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Ready with another 2-2. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard break. Ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Here's the 3-2. Back to the mound, and they may have him hung up here. And they'll nail him at the plate as he's tagged out. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Rhys Huskins. Here comes the first pitch. And, I'm not sure you can get fooled worse than that. It's 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Phillies first baseman.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Here's the 1-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. A runner on first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
The 2-2. Grounder down the line at third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. One left for Philadelphia as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. John Birdie will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 5, John Birdie.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. The average for him at 267 on the year. 1 home run, 26 RBIs. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Now here it comes. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Here it comes. Heading out towards shallow right. Harper has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now back, the 7th, Jonathan Villar.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Villar. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Popped him up. Real Muto is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now back, the shortstop,
Ready once again, Miguel Rojas. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit out towards second. Kingery's there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Jose Arena enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
number 62,
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. He has flied and lined out in 2 trips in this one.
the third baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses inside, 1-0.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
2-0 now. Two balls and a strike to count. The 2-1. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
A shortstop. Gregorius.
One out for the Phillies in their half of the sixth. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop Didi Gregorius now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing.
That's wide. 2-0. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul. 2-1. Urena has over 40 innings on his line so far and posts a respectable ERA in the high threes. One out, nobody on. Seared down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
So a full count now.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Roman Quinn.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
And again a throw, and they got him. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Two out, nobody on. Down and away, ball 1. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And that is off the wall.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing caroms off the wall. Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
Scott Kingery is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a move over to first and a dive, but he's back in. The 0-1 pitch and a pitch out. Nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. A 1-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. in the air now out to left. Dickerson's there, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand one, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Ready for another shot now. Corey Dickerson hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Line to the right side, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the third hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing the bats a little bit better. That's their third knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
The 1-0 home.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
A runner at first with no outs here. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Down the third baseline. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Stepping in now, Brian Anderson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. 1 there. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting 1 out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
Here comes the first pitch. Harold Ramirez is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
And now with first and third, 1 out, a lot can happen here. This at bat could really determine the whole course of the rest of this inning.
The 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Popped up, back behind second. Kingery camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2. So coming to the plate, Jorge Alfaro. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery, and he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. Ready now for the Marlins, Isan Diaz. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. First pitch of the at-bat, and that misses, ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
2-0 now. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. 2-1.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
To 2-2 now.
With runners on base, 2 outs and 2 strikes, this is a big next pitch for both sides.
Fouled away.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Swing, and he pops him up, and this should get him out of it. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and they say better late than never, and that's definitely the case here. They couldn't get anything going through the first 6 frames, but they scratch a run across here in the 7th. We'll see if they can parlay that first run into something more.
Jesus Aguilar will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. In there, 0-1. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Aguilar brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Pitch is popped up. Huskins moving to his left, and they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1 run scores here in the frame. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left stranded. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. It's the Phillies 5 and the Marlins 1. Ryan Stanek gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 55, Ryan Stanek.
So here now is the pitcher, Zach Wheeler. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Neil Walker is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 home. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. Hit sharply on the ground. And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Digging in, Andrew McCutchen. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First delivery to him on the way. High in the air out to center field. VR is right there. And there's the second out of the inning.
Now back, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. From the stretch. This is line to left. Dickerson will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. David Robertson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth. New inning set to get underway, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
In there, and it's 0-2 now.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
Wastes a pitch on the knuckle curve there, 1-2.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. He was great all night long.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
Standing in now, Miguel Rojas. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Swings through it for strike number 2. Heading out toward shallow right. Harper has a read on it. 2 gone.
Now back, the lefty,
Up next from Miami, Corey Dickerson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're down here 5-1. Digging in, Bryce Harper. He reached on a fielder's choice previously.
the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Pretty good pitch right here to a left-handed power hitter. The one thing you want to do, keep the ball inside so he can't get those long arms out and extended. Really good pitcher's pitch right there, even though he didn't get the called strike.
Dickerson arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Here comes the first pitch. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So digging in now, Gene Segura. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Dickerson going back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 9 on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
Matty V, D-Roll, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happened.
2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Oh, 0-1. Here it comes. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Phils tack on 1 more on this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Marlins, and this is now a 6-1 ball game. Now batting, Garrett Cooper. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Nick Pivetta comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pivetta, a Canadian native. He was a 4th round selection back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Stepping into the box, Brian Anderson. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result it's 0-2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
At the plate, Harold Ramirez. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first. He'll take care of him, and the Phillies have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion. 6-1 the final. Philadelphia jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Zach Wheeler hangs win number 11 on his line. Sandy Alcantara was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
All right, everybody. Well, the Phils come back in Game 2 and win very convincingly. And I want to thank the Phantom commenter who now just put me over 900 comments. No idea what's going on up there. It's been very annoying all game. But what wasn't annoying were all the home runs the Phils hit tonight when they couldn't even get it one last night. There were 4 of them tonight. So let's just get right to it. Then I got to get upstairs and have some dinner as Kutch got it started in the bottom half of the first. As he goes yard here out to just short of Ashburn Alley. Yeah, what was actually, he was right over the fence, which is odd because he hit it in almost the exact same spot last night, didn't make it over the fence. Fast forward to the following batter, it was JT who broke the schneid in that second hole as he goes yard here with, I believe, his 14th, I think, of the year. Not sure, have to check on that. But he goes yard here. Moved him from the 5th spot to the 2nd spot. Look at Roman Quinn. Another 3-run home run. He did it on Sunday. He does it here again tonight. That made it 5-0 in the 4th. But wind must have been blowing in both days because that ball just barely made it out too. Nobody really crushed it tonight. And here's where I messed up and forgot to hold Kutch up at third base. And I don't know. He could have been safe there, but they called him out. Either way. That was the fielder's choice to get Kutch out at home plate. And moving along, Wheeler. Wheels got the win tonight. Nice pop up there. Out to Mean Gene, who was the last to homer. Oh, that was supposed to be an out, but he dropped it. That's right. I forgot about that. So that forced the run in, and that broke the shutout. But at that point, wanted to get Wheels out of there anyway. Well, here's the home run in the 8th that pretty much sealed it for the Phils. So sort of a mea culpa there for dropping it. He turns around and slams one out in the left field, and it was out of here. Home run in the bottom of the 8th. Nick Pivetta comes in the 9th. Serdidi flashes some leather. Chucks it over to the big fella Rhys Hoskins, and that was the ball game. So the Phils come back in Game 2 here on this hump day to win this one by a final score of 6-1. Andrew McCutchen 2 for 4 with a home run. Roman Quinn a 3-run blast, 3 RBIs with a home run on the day. Mean Gene Segura home run, and JT with a home run. So Andrew McCutchen, the player of the game here, 2 for 4 with the home run and the RBI. Getting back on the hitting side of things. I believe his home run total is up to 22 21, or he might be actually. His home runs might be totaling his jersey number, 22. We'll have to check in on that. But in any event, I'm going to go upstairs and eat dinner. I know my family's waiting for me. So that's it for Game 2 as the Phils take it 6-1. And Zach Wheeler gets his 11th win of the year. Sandy Alcantara takes the loss. And we will see you tomorrow night for more Phillies baseball. Have a good night, everybody.